I say any Fabia say Monday Active Bites Entertainment brain. Baby I do know you be train in Komo Afa Ghana ho. Ano pebi I so better ha na Ghana ho nti ana Ghana hu do nti na yete ha. Yenu abema Ivan Kyei Innocent abe coming sir Ivan Kyei Innocent. Ivan a social commentator and also a political analyst na yenu be train Komo Afa nsem bebra e koso ewo Ghana. Ivan, good morning.
Good morning.
You are quite also.
Major so.
Na apumwe.
O nyame adoma hoden ho.
Yeah, be share come on as CCR, but about more join discussion no. It was 0503 236 735 0503 236 735. We to me so edo comment about our Facebook at Active TVGH. At Active TVGH na yebeken kind amount. Momodia say obey active viewer, not a passive one. Because say active viewer, not just say in commotion na yetwe wa ha no so oka ho enti fa gym. Remember sama Ivan akwaba biom. Ivan. Aban say sisi ano ye ho akire ye kakra enti opeso di E-levy eba. You be E-levy general view over this E-levy issue no at saying
they did kind of mention what for na was say for giving me this opportunity. I think that this is the first time yes year. Let's hope say conversation better so E-levy I think say oko social media now see abontin Sama Ghana for a comfort this particular E-levy hono asema enya kokomasem asema dabonten. You had a level of agitation among for the meeting this particular E-levy clearly over the years no say issue ba not politicians na who so more discuss the issue but for the first time even persons without the scope of politics are ordinary no munya politics no omunyina get involved because of the kind of economic hardship the eba ebenya omoso enti ukwa the market women obia de na notum. So general view ni say Ghanaians are not ready for the E-levy in the sense over the years so we hesika yansa kan in the space of about 7 or 5 years in here na abiding to me pontificate at a single project a commensurate the amount of money enya no krom ha sika yenya wo krom ha nyina bosia yabo taxes ahodo ayajejeje na ye kase de ba na disika na ye na nobody is able to pontificate there way na ye there. Quite recently when the health minister appeared before parliament he said oh mobile in the last 5 years hospital by the most district hospital or say cheap compound and no more see. But the person they branded as incompetent, that is where Mahama administration, you know, the appointee salaries grant on what see chief compound around the way. That person was branded incompetent. So the competent one now when you are raking in such revenue, you know, people expect a massive than the Legon hospital. Are there a switching rich hospital? Are there a switching Pokuas in touch in year was saying. But if there is absolutely nothing to show for, definitely Ghanaians will resist. It's and just a tax in Ghana for India, but they are very much aware say sikani ya jia yampanko bobra and in Ghana for resisting.
But I would check it buying and I would say buying reasons or man say or say E-levy ne ba ombetuma yimpuntu nyuma bebre and pese ye be call IMF so akoji ska unsu say I see it buying na E-levy itua.
No, I think that you are only narrowing the scope of problem na you are confronted with no. E-levy the kind of economic hardship na you wom sisia no. Fancy insunsanso aba mamu born yebu in a long streak. And no insunsanso na yehuin. So what is happening right now is not an event. E-levy ebeti member solve. They are just desperate and they are just advertising how broke and how bleak this particular economy in it here. And quite recent days I hear way for the Fitch for the ratings nearby and other agencies the charts are more rated negative omo rate ye B- with a negative outlook. Just economic prospecting as if it look very bleak at the international where no investor will bring his money to Ghana because they know say debt as you are swimming in a pool of debt and obi any holding sikabeba. So the government is aware of the gloomy picture out there and the fact that investors will not come. Is the reason why so much desperate pursuing this particular E-levy. Then you ask yourself, so E-levy is the projection at the end of a year is 6.9 billion Ghana cedis. That is the amount of money a year. But in the last 5 years, they are 230 billion. Yentimi mfa nya adwuma. Yentimi mfa create nyuma ma amanfo nya bi nya. Nap kwa ye create ye. Quite recently, ye lay everybody off. And who demonstration emrante no ye because we own them. So abaya waje over 230 billion. Ade Mike kan ho ye nkan ho asem. Na wantimi amfa amobra. Na o catch us 6.9 billion and not the create adwuma. Clearly you could see that this is a person or you're desperate, they are confused, they don't even know what they are doing. And some na mo keka na basa sa keke.
Are you shocked, say, in all this economic outlook, even we don't need the international ratings, no,
yes.
but we share in bottom one, we say GDP, you know, in bottom level. If GDP is correct, in bottom na reflects.
Yes.
Are you surprised, say, the vice presidents are or chair in the economic powers during when he was in opposition? Are you amazed say na ye Ghana for can about the economy no ye ntene nka na wa shift akọ digital space no.
I think it's quite unfortunate. There are a lot of Ghanaians who bisa questions because prior to the coming of MPP, this particular Kufuor administration, you know, one person, I know, a very voice furious, very vocal on the economy. Dr. Baumia organizing lectures upon lectures upon lectures. Ghana for and the promises he made says Sika Ukruma say or no Bank of Ghana or Moba Bosnia Fen Bosnia de Ghana and Konko Bobby. And it's shocking. When his government enya power now within a short space of about 5 years, you know, Bosnia wabo in the history of this particular country, Abambia enya movie. In the sub-region, have been sure say in the last 5 years, Abambia or Africa ha wabo Bosnia Suche and Bosnia Kufuor within a short space of 5 years. And in the end, turn around that there is absolutely nothing to show for a commiserate the amount of money a year. So the vice president has lost relevance within this economic discussion. And all of a sudden, you know, he's fronting IT and digitization. When was the last time I would say so? Okay, the economy as because the economy is shattered, it's broken, and nobody want to front it because I heard Ghana the economy, whichever direction that you want to look at it, from the international way, say crowd of money, your friends, rating agencies and the econ. Yeah, the figures in the Bible.
Finance Minister Joshua Sikasem say, no, we are doing well. We are doing well as a country. So why do we have to?
But you should not be surprised. He is the person or the Kodru mess. All the economic challenges. Reckless borrowing. That. Sikana Yejeno Yamfa Mobra. He's the person in charge. So obviously, and he's a politician, you don't expect him to admit that everything is okay. That is what they've been doing, always trying to control the narrative, build a positive narrative for themselves, a public image about Manfo who said we are good, but in reality, they have nothing better to offer Ghana. And I'm telling you, sir, Ghana's economy at this particular time is in shambles because, sir, apart from the international communities, no can one kasa here winning just look at the teacher for strike, and there are several other ones that are back on in this particular country.
UTAG
exactly. So the economic woes of Ghanaians are so visible to the sense that sometimes you can even touch it. The concerns, the woes, all because of this economic way
the concerns that we are raising over E-levy or not feel say are necessary because they are very sure say E-levy a bar they would develop the country to the extent say everyone will be surprised. Already benefits about Atabeka say the NDC is fighting against the E-levy because Omujitu say MPP 4 it's a E-levy by MPP be really 2024.
Oh, I think that is a very narrow argument to make because I don't know culture say E-levy na the amount you see people are just overburdening the discussion. And sometimes the amount of money I ever realize from the E-levy on a yearly basis is 6.9 per the projections. See, I'm not say January February na your way because a yearly base projection or more years see benya 6.9 no. See, I'm not say 2 months is almost gone. And yet the E-levy, but a lot of Ghanaians they will withdraw. So projection now when you are likely to crash winner amount of money saying a benya free. Last year I ever to aba 2020 I na to aba that particular year. Sika yera okruma saying over 12.8 billion. E-levy benya saying. So all these are narrow argument people are just pushing just for political expediency. Because don't forget beneath the economy discussion idea was here is politics. Always people will say something to buttress their interest, and it's exactly what is going on. Instead of president they cannot and then say na kufu ado cancer ma ofan is serious and not one kasa you take it at your own peril because he is somebody at this time no I think say we're losing the relevance when it comes to say all cancer am Ghana for Agyenim because some bien who or can't wait me rely on as a president. What he has been lying and consistently lying to Ghanaians.
Or my free SHS, or promising one district, one factory, or the Amaye, and one village, one dam with CC dams. Then do you think say he's still irrelevant?
You see, because all these are politics of narrative. Unza what can I there? Free SHS, this. Mamenka one district, one factory. No, one district, one factory. Now you can say factory buy buying a builder from the scratch. Do you know that this Akufo-Addo government or more a job more number?
Yes, I could use. I'm not seeing from the strike.
Yeah, to Kroma supermarket ban wakwa who could use or our government bet me banking the hopes on say we kase one district, one factory. We expect at least in terms of production, you something significant at the end of the day, you quantify amount of money in a year, you get something out of it. Beyond your kind budget tonight, you free that particular venture free SHS. The amount of money are going to the free SHS is nothing away to me at the accommodating the amount of money that has gone down the drain. Quite recently, when the minister appeared before Parliament, he said free SHS he mentioned about 7.9 billion. Not yaje over 230 sikasa na akom. So all these are narrative can just to control several discussion be look good. And free SHS here can want say me. Just look at the manner you open up. I implement it. Look at the challenges your schools go through. A school for quite for some come all because of say the free SHS which is a major policy but yan tenants yan plan it out. You engage stakeholders. They didn't do any of these things out of their own way, because you promise amount for say a free SHS and they ever touch and you are privy to the challenges a school for a comma say as at Nairobi closure. Our schools are in a total disarray, confusion all over. Just a school for not quite confused now two parents and you watch it from afar. So it's everything is just going waste. And that is the reality. You see, if you take out the politics and you really want to view everything from a very dispassionate perspective, then you realize, but just politics, people don't want to just speak to the truth. And I say because of the level of terror and intimidation, it started with the teachers when they started complaining about the problems or who go through in their schools. Transfer, and they were threatening some of them. Even church members, at some point in time, they were being threatened. So at some point in time, they all realized, okay, the BCBNC. So nobody is talking. And the schools are consistently dragging into the murder. That is the future of our country. Ghana, school now, but if you're destroying everything, including the economy, that's a wouldn't mean spare education and making it better. At the end of the day, you are just destroying the nation. What person say or mine? So mine education, and I think that is what Akufo-Addo is doing.
I mean, with all the investments about education sector, you still believe say he
investment bank. Maka free SHS amount of money akom. Maka sika yaje. So investment bank, and the other side is the one-time dissipation of state resources. Here two sika nugu keke. Quite recently, Eco Parliament said yes, here they over 53 million akoto pass questions at the man kra. A sensible venture. Obi a very experienced in terms of education. Obi akoto pass question. At the man kra wadi mfie maybe 15 to 18 years at that particular age, you know, auto pass question the command as a government, they perceive that I are there is no amount of way about canvas who they will shift from their books, fixate on the past questions. And we to exams in a channel. Then they see for the first time we saw students doing videos insulting the president. Oko JSS meboa, oko SS. Oko now ko exams na failure. Oko shed them no bompaye and now you are hoping that things will get better. You don't blame anybody. You don't even blame your lectures. But this is the first time I am cultural exams. I'm going a video, the president at a be a minister, a be the ministers at them because of what they give it to them, and in the end, you know, it turned out to be something else. You understand? So I think what we are lacking is vision, strategic leadership. You bet to me, you better forecast into the future. Say this is the plan. Yeah, they are told in the next 5 years. You know, this is the direction. There is no plan, no vision. So when the problem comes, then we try to find solution.
But don't you agree with Abai? Omoka said they were hit hard by COVID-19, and international economy now I break it down.
That is a lie. You see, my mention COVID-19 narrative no crowd there is very, very interesting. COVID-19 you know, yes, I hit Ghana. And one way or the other, and you expect a better affect the economy. But American just a COVID-19 buy, and at the early stage, COVID-19 any impact on Ghana's economy, and a buying a sort called IMF, $1 billion rapid credit facility at the buyer, and no IMF, another $1 billion in terms of SDRs, because we remember because of the challenges in our economy, they gave out money for members to mitigate the effect of the pandemic. So on that particular score, they are saying $2 billion from IMF through the COVID-19 time. And what World Bank over $435 million. Bank of Ghana, $10 billion Ghana cedis. And what your fund, for donating. And what the taxes about better buy. So the amount of money you're working in this COVID-19 period, they've not been able to account for that. And don't forget, vaccines way. Any state, answer na finance minister kind budget, you know. Package over 8 million doses in terms of COVID-19 vaccines. You know? According to him, so you know the COVAX platform. I said that criteria bridge the inequality. Rich countries in a normal war vaccines. You know? So COVAX came to provide vaccines to poor countries, and we received some. Ghana 8 million doses prior to the reading of the budget. Now COVAX platform over 5 million doses. Which means that all come free. And the government expanded during COVID-19 and saying they promise health workers so we are exposed to COVID now, you have compensation. Just open the phone line. Maybe so minimum about 7 people we are exposed to COVID-19. But see, the one see the Ukrainian farm. All we know they say buy not air cash out on the COVID-19. Answer na Akufo-Addo baba buy. So what say Wyoming? I don't know Wyoming jidin. Yes, your money is 51 million Ghana cedis abra onya adwuma. Do you know say COVID-19 by within the space of 3 weeks? 3 weeks I see no aduana ma Accra Kumasi Takrade no. Aban we at the over 53 million Ghana cedis higher than sika omode year campaign ba power e switch wayo misika no. E de no amo e ma Ghana for. When the finance minister appeared before parliament, he couldn't even account for half of that particular money. Yeah, sa keke. So I'm telling you, the COVID-19 by and they've not been able to tease out the impact on this particular economy. Don't forget that. No, Lamenta just said 2020, we exceeded our revenue target by about 2.3%.
According to GRA.
Yes, so COVID-19 impact when na kasika yenya actually say yenya sika abandona sika no bam no muvia. That is the problem. And nobody is being held accountable.
So are you part of those group of people on workers say we need to call on government to account for COVID-19 Sikano?
Exactly. Because one counter for I know the day when I been bear na fine fund no cry yet ya dey omobusian for to no be see there obi before parliament in ebisa say what you sika mo bia na he took an oath before parliament and said no one to actually later but said okay foundation come on. Don't you know say perjury is a crime in this particular country and you are liable to your friend saying obetimi akọ prison and I say some sanctions and as well obetimi prosecute you for that. He appeared before parliament after taking oath, you know, he committed perjury. And that particular issue the president went to Onwani Krum Kobo Nabaso. So at the end of the day, there is no punitive consequences for people who engage in some of these acts. And you only motivate people to do more. And who have corrupt cases, of course, Okroma say, from the PDS to the just a chrono, and in of all these instances, you know, but taking the trouble upon itself to your investigation. Because chrono bar, the might of the state, you know, is at the disposal of the president. You look at you start investigation. At least some case a prosecutor and answer one prosecutor, but the state is not interested. Excavated, you know, to me to nobody is pursuing. Nobody is interested. So you create a safe haven for ministers to engage in this act of plunder. Because at the end of the day, you know, there is no punitive consequences for everybody. And it's the reason why we are consistently sinking under this particular economic mess.
Okay, Ivan, so I think Saudi will feed that Ivan Kyei Innocent and the Church Komo, share Yama, a far E-levy, any in Sama, Ekoso, and Ghana. Even the messages about Mustafa Luwa Minya Krobo, say breaking the 8th challenge. Dollar and fuel. Who wins the challenge? Thank you, Nanado Baumia and the MPP for mismanaging our beloved country. Lawyer Sosu, fear not any mortal. The intimidation will not work. The hard truth hurts. My regards to Honorable Davido and Captain Joshua Akamba. Thank you for your message. My men call other messages. So I'll say, okay, Richmond. Or say building a nation is the same as creating jobs. We thank you, Richmond, for your message. And we also the message. I'll say good morning. I really appreciate what you are discussing. I just want to ask you, government used over 200 billion for 5 to 6 years in government without showing anything, and you want to use 6.5 billion within 2 years. What can you do? Messages from Mofambra. WhatsApp number 0503 236-735 0503-236-735. Yes, some of Facebook Active TVGH Koshe also yes streaming live or how bit my now we do messages and so afa ho and to be a ho so na kind messages are ekoso but Ivan, let's stick to parliament. Parliament. Do you think say the NDC parliament, they are protecting the interests of Ghanaians or their own interests?
I think, sir, you see, I didn't hear you know. If you want to be very realistic, it's politics. So political parties will always seek political expediency. They want to cash out political capital from every situation ever. That is what makes you a politician. But the other side, you look at the greater good. The good question is, so what you see abundance here? What is the core Ghana for a placing on politicians? Are they in support of the E-levy? The good question, the answer is no. What I say. So what the NDC is doing, you know, if feed it back into the larger public core, so we don't want it. So it's a win-win situation for the NDC in parliament. You understand? So for that we can't blame them. The good question is, E-levy na ban. They ba cripple the already stressed economy because mobile money yet may create job opportunity for a lot of people. E-levy don't forget it's going to take that thing away. And again, the places like UK, for instance, so pay EPL no be players from Kobo EPL no it's a beer dream so ball. But taxes system near so high so you can pay about 45 to almost 50% of your earnings to tax. But why is it always everybody want to go into the BPL? Because they know so the English government has been able to create a very competitive football arena. You'll be known all over the world. Your value will go up because Sikana Yajeje from the taxes, you know, they've been able to use it to do something. Oh, you can see what you feel police within a minute they will come. Oh yeah, 991 they will come. everything is available. So when you are paying taxes in such an environment, you will not be worried. After all, you know, say your interest is being taken care of. But you live in a country where you are being asked to pay a tax. When you pay the tax, you know, say sikane de kwa kodin semhunu. Yes, you know very well. And nipa odi sikane kodin semhunu ni obiya as a president. Nipa was swear to protect the interest of the people. No, ono ne di sa sikane kodin semhunu. Na no agana for tigwa bontia ye demonstration, you know. No wakako hine jet na ye kan ho asama Ghana for air complain no makasa we president we leader we ne ho always in your lifetime must reflect the aspirations and the wishes of the people the omo pe and abaya omo assuming without admitting class we will just cause for using the plane because of respect awoma nipa ye kan ho 17 me dey sin chan but this is the president nipa ti abontin your demonstration he didn't care his attitude was that of indifference okofa plane atu now corner kwase sika no ba now catch the Ghana for so muntu attack you think that they will take you serious? This is a president Krono akoso okrom ha nyina his attitude has been that of indifference. He comes out to support people, clear them. Krono no enkoso makaji mamanu case achiraw and several instances akoso PDS abusiafo bi Krono ntino sika sanka America for them over 90 million dollars no come back to no a free answer because almost say your bokro no to mum fama yen. Yes, that is we've lost that particular money. So this is a president who is living a luxurious lifestyle. He has a refined taste for luxury.
But so I think some of say the appointee is a corruptor. Bring the evidence and then he will make sure say
no, you see that is a misguided appreciation to modern leadership because we are president in this all cancer asem no when you judge tax the man police no when they share nsa when na IGP no na so for hwe no so leadership is about say makase politics na maybe people don't understand what here ebia wadamfo ya catch say open mapa na ebia anasa ona abonte na wasa wasa bia open ma obeti make say we Kristoni nyankopon ni makomam enti oseme pema na makomam ni se mempema majaya manyame what I say but in politics there is nothing like majaya manyame. Politics thrive on perception. Someone nipa beka no eno na inform thought ama manfo nya adwene fa ho enu na elsewhere in the states and other places whenever room on adibia babonte a government no when our resources that might everything in the states say ya engu aban ho finti you move in to investigate either say o validate and I say at the preliminary stage you should be able to do some level of investigation either to validate or otherwise case na ba no then you pick it up so you don't tell the citizens ayenje tax ma say omon evidence mra or the evidence banka enka kasa allegation or the evidence ba say allegation so for somebody or a president to tell you that it means he has a misguided concept so far as the whole leadership is concerned it's because nema no moye no nema time and he doesn't want to be accountable to people so they use some of these friends a flowery language sabaya ebe deter people sabaya because can't say we chewa next time we ba we just call evidence in kroma we hwehwa we nyanda but the state in is serious now say you commit resources into finding some of these things we would definitely find reason but you have it is only a lazy president who will call on people outside to bring evidence for where that have an awareness in the US and other places when allegation comes the state will move in to investigate say no crime no crime because you have the might of the state at your disposal your might of the state at my disposal how do I go let's say the evidence is at Sunyane that's a mini law refer which means say we are the nana that is the attitude enti subana abraba no mo bono ma ho kwan inspire man for kra just to bring evidence in and so for quite recently some na COVID-19 by unim say amanfo bi a donation to some of the hospitals despite yes okoma Confanochi Teaching Hospital over $100,000 no ankasa de mom and accountant from the hospital be can say CEO ni disikana kotoka you know ashe no say see am no kasa yi the guy wasn't protected CEO na under his purview no the discipline committee ni shana se no investigations o mo awie ya pam boy no embassy na obi anka ho asem enti obi sha adwum na se okote asama free se oba ba otia ba beka and that is the state I am and this is a person who catch us he's fighting corruption person are fighting corruption and he is the giant that is fighting among form fighting corruption. And you know the story. We know what happened to a lot of people when he came. Martin Amidu is a classic case. Martin was somebody and he blew through the NDC administration. So they thought, say, oh, let us use his anger to go after the NDC. Description by another man. He called the president the mother serpent of corruption. He's the most corrupt president ever. And several other Dominivo, prior to the coming of Akufo-Addo, wasn't he a hero? He was celebrated everywhere across the globe because of the Niyama Waye. Yaba ya finance acquire up so permanent fluid say Otinchen and the Yakofa ya crony at the number 10 ha obetime kata Niyama so dia mayen. And the special prosecutor Branty or modern by then or babaye. What are several Mekano and in the media, you know what they are doing to some of your guys. Manasseh Azure, you win him their tone. I Anas. Akufo-Addo nyamaye, he was a global hero. Among for celebrating, Anas has been bastardized. He has been called names. He has been insulted. He has been vilified. He has been threatened. They've done all sort of unholy allegations. Has been castigated against his name. They say Anas is irrelevant within this particular political discourse because of Akufo-Addo. I only see attacking dogs on him. Ya say no. Nimu ba kon kan ho na ye adwuma. Amesole wo he. Yakuno. Besin there, who's the investigation? Now, Oko East Legon, now Kuku Bikrama, do you think that the owner was sit aloof? Investigation, and that is the name we are getting. So, Akufo-Addo has turned out to be nothing but a big disappointment because prior to his coming, I can tell you, sir, I had a doctor friend that they all campaigned for him because they believe, so, okay, Papa, we are Casado do, but baby. But now they all feel disappointed. I know a man Akufo-Addo better TV so I before I saw on TV no crime from because he's an intellectual. He allowed himself to be deceived. I will believe in what he was going to say. On the other side, he's doing the contrary. So that kind of disappointed. Yes,
kind of hurts is
because if you are a very intelligent person, you are a person of conscience, you have belief, you have principles, and you look at things he said, and look at things they are saying today, you should be ashamed of yourself, and you will definitely feel some kind of anger within you, unless we are nipa with that principle. And my culture say Ghana yeteno. So we see there to the moon. With all the degrees, your man bag a degree, PhD in Nasifogum. Now, only personal principles, only values, and you are no different from a pig on the street.
Repeat it, I hope you mammy.
Me say, baby, ayati. So we see there to the moon with all the PhDs. Me na more degree. Now we need personal principles, we need beliefs, and we need values. You are no different from a pig on the street.
Wow, Ninchasi
and say, Baby, Babedri, say, ye nipa your principles and your values. Now, you had Nema Akufo-Addo can ye, not Nema all ye. There is something that should awaken our conscience within us and no, this is wrong, this is evil, and we must stand up and go against them. We must just rise and speak against them. The else now, because in the past, same people developed the same sense and they were speaking. Abraham Mahama, president, in your press conference, they were insulting him, bastardizing him, people within academia. And to me, I accepted those things to be fair criticism because whenever something is going wrong, or Biawa trying to speak his mind, so it doesn't matter who is president. But you did that thing to him, another person has come. If Mahama was incompetent, Akufo-Addo is a super incompetent. And I think the disgrace and the destiny are all the and you don't have the boss to criticize such person or moral conviction. You have group like the GBA over the years. They were screaming all over the place. Yeah, chichi media person, you invite you for questioning as if they were attacking the government then. And then we've seen attacks on media. At a proportion unprecedented within this under this particular Fourth Republic. It means that we are not just attacking them, they are killing some, they are maiming some, they are threatening some, they are just a whole lot of things, but they are all quiet and do principles.
I remember also no chairman me Facebook na me kind messages ni bi Facebook Stephen Freaky that so they or say now in Ghana we shouldn't complain about house rent because our daily expenses is what we should explain about. Transportation increased by 30% with immediate effects. Food, healthcare, it is not easy at all, chai. It will get to a time in Ghana, those who eat 3 square meals a day will be tagged as rich in this Ronaldo government. Rajwan, or say poor education system. Dan Texan, or say but NDC is better than NPP. No two ways about that. Mahama is far better than Nanado's far better. Good and away from Isaac. Okay, it's done text in the message by now. Where Sufi Isaac or say good analysis from my mentor. Isaac answered DB was say wisdom for commodity alpha messages ebra and Facebook at Active TVGH and YouTube Active TV with me following and so say pages we soon now. You can also join a discussion on our WhatsApp number 0503-236-735 0503-236-735. I mean share your WhatsApp messages maybe say ebia bana. Okay. Obi say Ivan Kyei Innocent. The guy indeed looks very innocent, but he really speaks the bitter truth and sense to government. These are the kind of brains we need as leaders. God keep us safe for. God keep you safe for us. Wafani ding and bapacho ena udi udin akaho. Now, Ivan, you call into the CS Usano.
Okay.
Nansinya clergy no ekushia former President Mahama. No say omo catch and say ombuana E-levy na eba no omunji into that is a Christian council.
Yeah.
Do you think say it is their mandate to do consultation on behalf of the government?
I think say all things being equal, no. Makacha say come mamua enye nipakuo bi de. Ye nyina whether say we civil society organization, we individual, we clergy, we hwan. And in the past, no, me see any so far no more press conferences attacking government and stuff. So it means a governance now a larger stakeholder engagement. Everybody must come on board. It's a big bass. Obi afrubi and I call. So all things being equal, no. Say the idea to parliament. Na say per se a pass, na say clergy call on a former president to just add his voice to the discourse. Be closure to the matter and ka enya bone. What has happened American? But so we have be a free bar. Now, Obisa was saying your clergy will come because our near sisi will come in the face of all these things. We've been greeted with the deafening silence from them. They've not commented on any of the issues. Don't forget that during the elections, your court techima konya soldier from Moko tutu kunipa ablekuma ebisi ho. Quite recently, also shooting incident at Ekoso Kroma, your chief journalist when you are detaining obi a court to grant the bill krana, you see young respect it. And all these things, all this impunity lingering and hovering over this particular country, no. Kenyans are complaining. No single person from the clergy and let me be no akase niema ban wo ye de bay krono akoso okrumo sika ye wia. The level of impunity, the economic mismanagement, the kind of misadventure Ghana for go through because of this reckless leadership ye wo me. All in the face of all this, nobody is talking. Clergy obieni ho okasa. And at some point in time na uko former president ho to convince him to agree on something. A lot of Ghanaians are complaining. Ghanaians are facing that thing with fierce resistance. When you are not ready to ask government to be accountable on the then you are not a clergyman. You are only being hypocritical. I will serve one because personal interest. What I say, and that is the problem I have with some of these guys. It's unfortunate that we have a lot of politicians in Kasok and they're just pretending to be men of God, playing on the psyche and the intelligence of people. But in the other side, you know, they are doing all these things just to further their personal interest and so for them. They are not working for God. They are working for themselves. And then, you know, they have become tools. Some of them are acting like stooges and pawns on the Unimade and the chess, you know, chess game, you know. So some of them are just mere pawns on the chessboard of the power elite. And then you can just use them. And it's unfortunate. You see, people are losing their conscience in this particular country. Your friends saying, I'm going to buy from saying Council of State. Company for him for until you begin to ask yourself, until mind where you mean, Council of State will come.
But the point is say Active TV, Active Boateng, all
right.
We've tried to educate the role of the Council of State.
Yes.
Clearly, when we say mandates are a woman seminar.
Yes.
They've rather become messengers to the president.
Yeah.
Presidents will call events not to be Council of State member. It's they feel that they owe allegiance to the president, not the Do you think it's about
no, even me, I have said before that particular portfolio is a useless thing. It's useless. And I wonder why our constitution why you tear man for because say I remember has a morning show. Majuman say me too for. The word advice. Advice is never binding on anybody. So why should I be paid for just advising? Because me too for there is no law anywhere that binds you as some kind of fact.
And in the constitution it doesn't. The advice of the Council of State
it's not binding on anybody.
Yeah.
No, it's not binding on the president. Oh, can't you? What you to know for? What I say?
So you should not be paying them for that.
Well, I should seek your counsel. Counsel if it is binding, and I say you are well delineated. Will be more. Yeah, that's fine. But look at where we are. Okay, let us admit, class counsel no but look at where we are. Can anybody on his right senses admit that we are enemy? Are we on the good road? We are in the ditch, and if you're Council of State, you cannot speak wisdom to government. I was on the saying.
I remember on TV with messages. Matter say me police abama enyante ka say eye nkofo frɛ most of the lines. Patcho, you remember best 5 minutes am dey afrɛ. It to dey relax my. You remember 5 minutes to end the show. You remember afrɛ. Now also do adwin kyerɛ ababa. I mean call Facebook. Steven or say this guy really the flow more fire and I say oh share Kwesi Nyako or also what share page you know or say this guy is too intelligent, keep fighting for Mother Ghana. Kyei Innocent 1. A very good morning to Obodai Joseph Pajo Tobo or Abokobi unso share fi Abokobi na say oh share Mamen call WhatsApp or say I want to ask if the government doesn't know these people are doing this kind of okay or sending me a message in relation to Kyei Net Obed from Kaswa, but anyway he says the guy is really speaking sense. Obed will try and then follow up on your message I was sending. We can't read it on air. We need to do our own checks and see how it will go. Mamen call another messages so or say tell Nanado and his people that if Ghanaians will accept E-levy, then they have to pay minister and they have to pay the minister and Nanado, and they have to pay ministers Nanado and Baumia by Momo. Also, another message about say Ghana, we haven't seen anything yet, and that is from Patrick from Atomic Junction. Or say, where is the Christian Council? Quickly, so where is the Christian Council?
Yes, that is very, very hypocritical. So you see, when everything are going wrong, now you are not the man of God. Abraham Donald Trump, a call, your friend said, he made an addition of your friend say UN General Assembly, or say, if decent nations sit unconcerned, and I say sit aloof. Forces of distraction will gather momentum and they will crash the world. It is obi say or minor. Now we are a person of conviction. Nema and yes be obi to mekao and I say be a mayor because obi na music metina radio so but metena say na me what is going on because I have worked at the hospital. I'm a nurse.
Oh okay.
Yes, I've worked at the hospital.
I used to work in.
I'm in school now.
Okay.
So my head at their lowest level, obitimi ko da hospital. Me say, sikol beto bi na dia no pakra no ni bi na campus wa tua hospital bill. Obi da hospital, oxygen be sini su kra no ni bi. The benga sikol oxygen be sini so. I was at the consulting room with the doctor when a soft baba catch us say, oxygen is sini papa so no. Ono de wa tua kana abusuafo no so mo tua kana mo ntumi ntua biem. Enti yentu oxygen na ma mengu. This is a man of God walking to a consulting room to tell a doctor say oxygen yen too free na mama so na mama ngo because sikano mo ntimi ntua. So maybe I know when you chime but the kind of experience and exposure that I have seen maybe I wouldn't who have. So when you are speaking, we speak with conviction and passion out of the vast experience I gathered over the years, seeing the kind of hardship and your friends conditions among for a level under. Maybe I can't so you haven't seen anything yet. You understand? In the face of all these things, you know, when something is going wrong, you need to speak up. I right the wrongs. Because we need to create a just society, a society that will create equal opportunity for Obi. And it is also now a talent. You don't need to say minimum MPB and I say minimum way. And Ghana has a look at the police, look at the military, look at all the agencies. When you're party boy, you will not get opportunity. Look at national security and say instead of us to sit down and do conscious enlistment. I won't say nipa we emerited the corner. What we've done is we are enlisting your friends say party bandits and hooligans, misfits, and national security tag amomo and edi to asho mo nsem and omunam krom na nsem hu no mudidi enti okona de kakra bi sia na otutuo. Look at amanfo a national security na so for unleash terror on them. Okay, they see why I was West Wagon, but a trained professional untwi to keke. They see e watamale recently. Police in here also were Gino Obi na nipa ni nyina no had the audacity to open fire. Do you know circumstances a police ni and as a soldier ni ututuo? Do you know that? And any list with provocation biano na ya twinto e kire say they lack emotional intelligence and it means that training na dem no is inadequate or inappropriate, you understand? So we need to do a lot to elevate this whole thing to a level yen nyina ebe hu say baby abedru dia aman na ekoyie na say obi ewo baby a you don't need to say me free abusunya sika wom ana say makosku ana say mayewe equal opportunity will be created for obia because Ghana for no mu free ha do na kwa brochire no dodo na omokono omfa PhD na ko but omokwa in the US the system is such that they benefit but you hana yo youth no you hu omoso mfa so amenka say ba konchiro. Do you know why America for the US lottery no buy no? Do you know why? Yet has a man for kwaso ko bomb pie sebe ombenya US lottery awene but a bigger plan vision they realize that the working force in America, labor force no diminish because the average age and highest no 43 to 53. They were losing them, so they decided to bring this particular initiative around the world no betimi ship young average guys or more prospect or more then sabi betimi add up to the labor force in the US sabi build but yabani enya so it means the labor force na ya wide build o man no they're just shipping them to the US to go and work for them and the economy will booming yet ya who you to no some faso and ya didi nsem hu
message in the banner eba bakwa aba obodajo say my name is Pajo Togbo from Abukobi. Good show by all standards. Ivan, keep the fire burning. Love the show. Lawe Adjaye or say Ivan is a man. Dan Texan or say these fake men and women of God, why should they go to Mahama instead of going to Nanado to advise him? Paul Collins or say man of the movement. And Lawe Adjaye was sending message or say this current system is an enemy of the citizenry. Gideon the Baron one or say Ivan my guy. Paul Collins will say the most dangerous thing is arming a fool with a gun. That is the message but when I saw the message about Facebook any WhatsApp now kind about Ivan quickly now Sisiano I no pay me I don't know how good you are with sports I no pay so your see AFCON trophies are really
Oh, man, I can even tell you, I even like sports more than politics.
Oh, okay.
Because sports, they are my dear chirache, and I don't know, it's quite unfortunate. But you see, I'm worried about quite fast football chroma in general. It has been nothing. We have just created avenue for man for so we are sika and find and I know the day citizens value. I am more say the Black Stars of Ghana in the past na Ghana for at some point in time you are turning into a cash cow. And you local football na has no kotokwa ya kuma na interest wom I expect say nke be ye because a local league ni ye ya even ebenya impact on the economy niam be koye they ton ade be to akwa house of folk ni kotoko every ball Sunday ko stadium kwa am for more ton niam be koso
the
driver ni e be fa no am for kwa we be free more problem and we are ban now we are very sensible. The first thing you know is say you invest in local football. It is a local football in a year, a better pada, a better elevate the national team. But over the years, few misguided, twisted minds, bitty baby, and you use the blaster as a cash cow. You winning very well, so the team cannot win anything because we don't have players. But you said that corner baby, now you ministers and then as a force, you capaba. I see what the Egypt quite recently. obi a yekobo ball na wie ne nam faro na so yaba na yaba sika boto sen no e na mokọ shi sika no ba kurum ha ensehunu obi ansa na no ya say di so kọ ba bi a yekọ yekogu ye ni mase yaba enti wo ye obi a wo ye nipa wo wadwene mu da ho at least you sit down and ask yourself say what is wrong with my football then you do a critical introspection you identify the challenges then you solve them yekọ Brazil by the setting up commission of inquiry we have a commission of this we are not learning any sense out of this I don't know what is actually wrong with us so maybe power body pansema na nyansa nyina free
but even also argument they say FA and some what can be bring so the government didn't who shema it is against the FIFA rule and the FIFA standard.
No. You see, when you have a well-rehearsed, structured plan in place, the ministry and the FA will just walk in line. What I say, but where you see confusion and as if when there is no proper plan in place, we person young say coach young person befani, FA namha, we namha, because they have a divided vision. What I say, but when we have a well-structured planner, you see everybody will buy into it, and then we move the same way. Don't you? Are you not worried? Say the Black Star na be cash cow. The Black Stars team ne kura my catch say you kwakọ ball akwa je fried rice kura na your team no ntime wen bi because you need team. And instead of us to sit down build a proper team, maybe in the next 5 years, and maybe we say very competitive at the world stage, you know. You know the major problem you are brushing aside now you koba na nyama ehu hia na yedi akire so over the years no say na besi cap ayira na cap no cap na say for me I'm worried about say betimi aye football na mana yeye cap ayira me emfa me ho but the mayor say football no yen situate your football in such a way say local football ni be yeye na ye betimi aye to the stand say betimi realize something out of it going for tournament say kwakwaje cap na alone no and solve your problem because World Cup and the major tournament on the globe oh we are say we Brazil just saying omono away more go to Brazil and go and check the poverty rate there they are so poor to the extent say omohu do omoyo omo ano e che say football kwaje cap and solve the problem but oko England ni Spain na what up from saying but the local football na England is an attractive destination for foreign players it has impact on the GDP of course Spain the same thing so it means so major tournament you can structure your local football to be so competitive a very viable destination for even players across Africa sports is about creating job but that particular wisdom is missing surprisingly from the heads of people that's the problem.
UTAG in conversation
okay
me person be say UTAG almost strike no makono. So see a court say I would almost say go back to the classroom. Almost some of my answers say there's no way they are going back to the classroom until their demands are met. Now, maybe say should government have allowed us to get to this point?
That is the problem, you see. You can't leadership our home. Men can say problems are our education sector na kufuado enkwana ba kritia the educational system no over the years no yenim challenges are confronted with government upon government but you see so we a leader you should have a special skill I'll bet him that negotiate skill I'll bet me I try to impress on the other guy to buy into your vision so where people may have their even misgivings they will be able to you impress them to the extent say that impression will suppress whatever misgiving be or more. But if you have a government when you are so arrogant, when you want to say no be a betie, one oga, when I walk room, you open our ya. Definitely everybody will look at you and say, Yansono, we have our right to do whatever that we want to do. Because most of them are professors. I have friends at the university who are professor, doctors, and so forth. Their living conditions and stuff are very, very, very bad. And they are asking you to say, you be far as government and at least sit them down, go to the negotiation table, just offer them, just speak to them. Sometimes it's not just about money, but utu weni on the other side. Now we're going to buy no fast blow sika. President utu kwa for 10 days. We are going a player, the most luxurious. Car obabono etimi to your teacher. Car about 10 days, etimi to your teacher for a for almost 1 year and 2 years so. For just 10-day trip of a president though. Play now a higher order than a bus as can etimi solve a teacher for a problem. na sa person no o ka kire o mo say wo force no so nko classroom na teacher ni gina classroom anya force no kra na ade kire te say na ya force no so nko kire ade e ba sa enkra no future na wo de di agro what I say but as a leader you should have a certain special skills but may impress on others why even they disagree you help them in line say by your greater vision is to provide quality education. You realize it over the years since the implementation of the free SHS, we've been jumping from one problem to the other to the extent that even at the university at some point in time no more yet this double tracking and so forth. The challenges are insurmountable. So as a government, you take steps. I'll bet me and diffuse the tension and the problems. I am for being hope and then about school man. Over the years, education now by a rubber stamp. Like say a paper chase. We go to school for certificate papers, not wisdom. And the nipa no free school, but not the paper no free. So my dream I had dream as a nipa. Our best is a positive discretion, refined mind that who wrong from right. That brain you from free school mumba. Paper keke no dia ba. Your school near problem. And the corporations in business e okroma will be free university bar. Instead of them to give them the opportunity, they prefer to retain the retired brains, due for retirement, So we over the years we've been complaining about the gap between academia and then job market, and that should be the priority of government. I introduce a curriculum, systems, a bridge, link school, no curriculum, to the job market, jobs now. What has said what is one yes because China and they China around that almost schools no linked to the job market, so definitely you will get something to do. But this genuine problems, we are not looking at that. I feel at this time I a teacher for econ and the government attitude in the post China and say for so nauseating, and it's not something entice a teacher for to the quite wasn't them who said Professor Jampo or social media, and I was even insulting some people, and look for him to get to that extent and just say because he's a professor and you know they are reacting to some of these things. For him to go on social media and be insulting some people for some of the words they use against them, actually say I didn't baby no atu anibre negotiation na se for no court na case any issue no mra fie no omutimi ye aban no any teacher for no court na se na settle the issue. They couldn't. They had to go back to the court. Say, "Yentimi ansatelo nti they are back court." Na court no force a teacher for some classroom. Do you think the teacher near force no? Ade papa be no kwa kwachira our classroom. So I think say omontena so no mu say leadership is not about being authoritative and say who dictate it to a man for. It is about projecting a vision that is reliable and feasible, and helping people to believe in that particular vision, and you drive them along. That is what you do. Just like trotrometer, awoshi, appealing to people say, me basi kwa awoshi, enti brana befro, oba obi gate na ma, no making sure say we are comfortable. Now taking you to your destination. That is how modern leadership supposed to be. You should have a touch of modernity. Incorporate other techniques about me that convincing nipa. Now by patapani nti trasa mena maba we am born ya the macho mind national security. Do na instead of brain no or more muscles. Agyenim in the team and the go to abobo mo tie so no mo nam no hunu na manfo. Agyenim the dwen as a national security no. E bi in the team enti hunu na buga but the kind national security intelligence gathering and coordination and e wadwuma. Among other places, that's what you do. You enlist the finest of human mind. I bet me analyzing intelligence and then as a form. Bankofo who are more street or more who are manful. Who sounds so idea analyzing intelligence. And the castle mechawa or yario or form the wako. And that is the level we've got into. So your democracy na your cherish a descending into the abyss, and that is the problem. Quite fast, intimidate a man for ye who a man for, or ya a betcho, and the media more and media freedom, multi radio so now can one not papa a betcho. The movie call radio so one for penny paper. The other can be a normal the penny paper air so I never from no macho. But some of us are smart enough so you will never 40 years. Miss Unya Meda. What I say I'm not making. So I think that baby I do no you know you so minding your back for there. The Kunyasha won't have one is media 19 years and not Jana Wungun or he. Kufu by a gentle jack, but Jim Rania Cassia or Hefa. Mahama quite wasn't to Namasoja for dinner chia coba fine man or have 14 years to say. Ain't you one banner? You will never be there forever. But me say legacy will leave you behind never nipa boarding. Yet to come there be a analysis I won't come my identity. Come no and come no belonia. no a billionaire but legacy he left behind in needing at the obiano and to be a president the first thing idea me priority say me idea me din be kanipano na say bi wuwa e be bodin be ka say sanka nkroma wo ha enka we wo ha ba wo de 2 million de amount no e buga ni nsem hunu na ya mebo na ya metietia o na mo nkyere na mo nkunu na mo mfasum ase mo ntrate on wona se for no position now wotini yonkwa na ate obi aba pen obi aba atwam and you will now be there forever in the next 5 years you will be sitting home.
Okay, my main messages me, also I think in Muhammad time Christian council were paid to make noise. Today they can't talk. The reason why Akufo-Addo can't perform is the lies he threw on Mahama. And another message so about I'll say hi, the guy is so intelligent. Thank you for your message. My main call Facebook I why a busy pa and I not pay a message say back on new force or say MPs wages number of V8 per politicians as gratia must be cut to help generate extra revenue towards the development of the country. New force said I say Stephen Freaky that Jisode or say to be frank this guy is very good. He has said it all. We need more people like him. Salifu AK or say great wisdom came is educating Ghanaian. Lawe Adjaye or say education that is not linked to development is quack. New force being or say churches should have a mindset of paying even more taxes as they make a lot of undeclared income. Church should be held accountable for every revenue generated and should not be allowed to evade taxes. New force on the about say Ghana media speak up. Kweku Baden or say Ivan, I am working now, but I have to watch you. I don't want to miss your words. Best brain. Oboda Joseph or say Ivan on fire as always. Champion. Please, my little advice to Ivan is to be careful because these people they are dangerous, wicked, and have some media people who clean their wicked deals for them to become angels. Good show. New for Sunday about or say the Ghana Bar Association is not credible. They are made up of incompetent, clueless individuals. They should go out there in the world and see what other fellow competent, credible and professional colleagues are doing. They are working tirelessly and effecting change in democracy and human rights globally. Ghana Bar Association is just shameless. They are a bunch of drunk clowns gathered at Choba. They should all bow their heads down in shame. Isaac Opon Jumo or say watching you live on Adam Fopa Media in Paris. Greetings to Ivan. That is Mrs. Abba. And I have a quick one on the Ghana Bar Association. Mrs. Do you agree with him on?
Oh yeah. You see, unze say osuya dey do level bia. Wa me say ade Emma ye way and our ability to strike balance between evil and what is good. When you are able to exercise positive discretion are positive. And to usua de could do lawyer na say for na obi ya the body na want to mean can say obi ya na obeka. Definitely you defeat the purpose of education. You understand? And that is the problem. And the basa turn you into a club of hypocrites, not way. That's why Ghana for years so much disappointed in a lot. And then so we have criticisms they also under Akufo-Addo government in and you want to social media, I am crank is your moye. And young guys actively getting involved in the political discourse, telling you said the rules of engagement so far as politics is concerned is changing because with advances in technology and this kind of innovation now, but now I bring a lot of diverse platform. I'm not for betting first, you know. Me no wan say me ko GTV say me ko nya opportunity akwachira madwen but the diverse platforms have been created. You can sit on Facebook anywhere, so when nobody is able to control the political narrative unlike those days, you know. I just say we have access to GTV na you say kokroko na hwan some small way platform bia when ya wintimi nkasa na the platforms are so diverse yet he say TV so and on Facebook, and some YouTube, what I say. So you are selling the message to a lot of people willing, and in the next 100 years, Obio person can still have access to it. Sure. So you are educating people and liberating minds. Otherwise, you know, amenable to some of these things. Now people are becoming receptive to the emerging information. Change your mindset and then as a for them. So what politics used to be in 1990, in 2000, you know, and this IBM. That is why people are getting critically involved in the national conversation and trying to situate the discourse in a way you benefited from. So we are president. Now we are privy to this emerging phenomenon so far as politics is concerned. It means that you are living in the 12th century. It's the reason why we use this Takashina Mecho and may say, so it's a war you are never going to win unless you realize the need to adapt to the situation. Now we are the right thing. Yes, I'll because what chairman for and yes, false news, false publication here chinipa. Kroma ye genuine nipa for false publication. Kakufu adon kobe president called the jail. Do you know why? Because Kaswa entertainer he was all over the place. Said Mahama administration, you know, I inflated cost. Behind the chain, ne ono ankasa ne MP in parliament your friend Adono and the best position no start particular cost and inflated. Same kind of false information. The wife of Baumia 2014 or 20 way original platform, some say 2016 somewhere. I said the sitting president or Mahama useless. Unkai Okroma, he insulted the president. That is how politics is supposed to be. You have to be tolerant and very accommodative. Create the enabling environment for because Makasa, the idea of democracy, the dissenting views and the dissenting alternatives. Because Otihai, Ebia Wufi say, Ofa Kwai Wilson and Kwakudruha. Nipa na criticize on the best of the other route. Uyo be away when it from na Ebia Odu when you as I won't show but okay, assembly nipa na can say asama kwa kan then you achieve your destination. That is how politics is supposed to be. But we are so arrogant. Ubesi ukwan na so na traffic. Asia to the extent say udru he. So leadership is not about being arrogant. It's about being tolerant. Creating a platform, diverse way obia get involved. It doesn't matter say nipa na school or ye or ye bank obia because politics is not for even the educated alone. So or ye school because E-levy by na market in ebisa e ma asem obi go school but but I say elsewhere you don't need to have a degree before you get involved in politics. Okay. So I think we need to have a different mindset.
Sure. Ivan Yebeda was say mene Ivan Kyei Innocent and actually in Komo na the pine. In fact, conversation across all your social media platform no, it is very very interacting. But yembe sir, you person I share phone so more friend because you must of course maybe but enti ube to be afre 0503 236 735 0503 236 735 na free but me patcho ye money ye fe o frepe do TV no and that mute no na kasa to me directly through the phone me dane me ho abasisia me ba pe phone lines no ebebie me no ko bebia active morning. Yeah, I say Augusto I share your active morning. So I mean call Facebook, I mean kind messages Libby. Okay, Obi Abalino. So hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning. Pacha for say for now Fefi.
Yeah, family James because I feel glad.
Winnie ba okay my answer wasem so
yeah meda atiefo fo nyina and ko ele edma pa mugusu amoye hello
me ti o koso kasa
okay Osha, the Akoso or my the Kasa. Hello.
Pacho ye tio kasa. Men tio mo TV no so. Kasa directly through the phone.
But like Kasa for UTAG and some Akosi. We are student of UUW Winneba. Level 100 for a senior school. Imagine. The class school what I said. So because of say BBM country, look at almost 1 month, 3 weeks now. And a student work on campus our numbers. So just imagine, maybe 2 students be how many days. What I say?
Okay, David, you're not asking time no year short. You can say a friend before we friend no mutu at your man. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Pacho Baoneso Kakamane. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Pacho Odin the same for now fefi.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Metonka. Odin the same for now fefi.
Hello, good morning.
Pacho Ofra, TME, our phone so men TME and far TV no so TME fee phone so directly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho Ofra same for now fefi. Okay, Mamente Wonka.
Innocent, so now we
okay.
Agyenim, so now it's a perform.
Okay, talk about that. Say Ofra. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho Ofra same for now fefi.
Elijah because free Kolibu your friend Frederick Kamwa Boateng.
Frederick Kamwa, Mamente Wonka.
Pacho, I have now 200 minutes innocent. You have been trying to
Amen.
You have put many units. You have put in Ghana, the whole Ghana now come cry and pay. We are 2 hours coming clear. I'm not sure that they are from the wagon. So you have to put in the DNA on the mark. I can't let you shy, the one we used to do. I should go down my mistake. You are Ghana, Nanadu. I can't say Mahama, incompetent. But we also say Mahama, incompetent. Now we still are also worker. Atempa, I'm a member of Agyenim brother actually. You see, I'm a child. Captain Smart to one people in the block. Captain Smart to one people in. And so, Akushibra, and so, any corruption, and people for area, what about the Shabbat country? Captain Smart, sorry, I see I'm a child.
Medase, Mobi Zumbra. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Pacho, you feel safe and Okasefi.
Hello.
Pacho, you feel safe and Okasefi.
I'm not sure you Katafi.
Okay, Pacho, come on, Samuso. Okay, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Pacho, you feel safe and Okasefi.
Hello.
Pacho, say no phone so directly. You feel safe and Okasefi. Okay, I think you know. I mean, kind of message me about WhatsApp. I'll say my name is Daniel. Is there no way Kufado and Sepo would be taken to court? Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Pacho, you feel safe and Okasefi.
I tell you something. Make a party dance now.
Okay, my mentor won't cancel me.
Well, no, very good. Yeah, the mission.
Yo.
Commission not. The Diana on one by my. Young boys are put here. They can't quite share with you. So the other chance.
Mati, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Pacho, you feel safe and Okasefi.
Oh, your friend James, because that's really bad. But I'm not going to say, but I don't know channel.
Pacho.
Now, I'm wanting to change Komono. I mean, shine the power, Uncle Fly on fire, my power.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho, you feel safe and Okasefi.
Yes, my name is Texan.
Okay, Texan.
Yeah, hello.
Let's
my name is Texan. Can you hear me?
Yes, but listen to me directly from the phone. Don't use the TV. Don't use the TV.
Yeah, I'm calling from Doha.
Okay. Okay. I'm listening.
Yeah. Hello?
I can hear you. Speak.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I want to say hello to Aidan and you yourself.
Okay, my main message is so I'll say I am not an NDC, but we need this kind of guys in Ghana to speak the truth. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
But your first second I'll say fee.
Sorry, you don't know, because I'm free. Yeah.
What can I say for?
Because I'm free,
Adenta, okay, but your call was so.
Really, always me one thing I'm a car and said, accessing for mobile incident, but no go to my yeah. The mechanic said, this is the guy you want to always, that guys now you want to always be seen on your television, speaking the truth. They say someone started money show you have been always watching. I'm really saying, I can't do so, no more, but and yet, the Kokobi say, you say, oh, you so you know, and this is 1 year to people are pushing for our baby, drawing out the idea or minor, I do your minor. You know, no one can say, these are the people who want to be seeing them on the show and on your television. Now, one can answer some, I want to cry, and Ghana for and never saying, I
say, message I am also watching you inside Kaswa. God bless you and your guest. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Okay,
na afefo no ye se ko fra o ma so ye se ko fra TV no let me kasa anya me some dem ye na God not teaching me so very good. We need a lot of people like that na me bon na dem person kan say o kaka on say obi a wa promise a lot I want to fulfill no or some promise E-levy and say E-levy no o sha with my Ghana for enjoy
yo me that say Steven. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, Pacho Maone Sumame, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho, your first say na ofefi.
Good morning, sir.
Me Pacho, good morning. Your first say na ofefi.
Pacho, your friend go there one.
Okay, now ofefi fa.
Your friend go there one me wa kwasima.
Okay, my answer won't come.
But me brana kasa ni tete ni kacha ke nyame hira. Hello.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Anyone say so. Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Pastor first say for now ofefi.
Yeah, good morning.
Pastor first say for now ofefi.
I friend James person free Kumasi.
Okay, James momento won't come.
Okay. But for brother now or tissue no so no. Minimum feel what it ba okasa intelligent pa Adjaye on the train go point down no go so fire mine
Okay.
At no ko pa no ka no. Ghana no ka no kwa em to what them. I mean Chirano.
Okay. Mate. Hello. Okay, mami kind message me. Okay, my last caller. Pacho.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You didn't touch it, you refused on someone.
Okay, call us. Okay, my main call message me so about Hello, good morning. We didn't say if I'm okay, quick one.
That's all. The amount of somebody E-levy no one is saying. If there's any fire here, if there's any fire here, should do so. I think the Ghana food and I say E-levy no one be a better to me. You need to look at because I won't penny for no. I'm not going to see any of these other. It's your concerns can you tell 1.75 yeah, yeah, obeti ya no so me I no can say you tell yourself no tell you let me finish.
Okay. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Pacha. First, even our baby.
Good morning, please. My name is Dale. I'm calling from Shama.
Okay, just I mean too.
I want to say a very big thank you to you guys and the program you are doing. But I want to say something concerning the registration of students. The time frame for the registration of students. I sit down and I think that these are leaders. They are not thinking about us at all, because if you are telling us to register our seat, there are a lot of people who have not registered for the Ghana card. And then the time frame for the registration, look at the number of people you have in Ghana. Sometimes you go to the office, you look at them, and then they look at people, then you go 3-4 days, and then you are not registered.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I mean, kind message me be abano or say okay. I'll share with Zarami. Yeah, say you first. So we message in the great question. Great submission. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho, do you need to be out free?
Morning. Otiran.
Nana do me ho ye. Wo do you need to be out free?
Me very doa.
Okay. Pacho, call someone so.
Okay, I done. Brother not to channel. I appreciate him. He's a very intelligent guy. But Mamuaka in the moment, so nobody can do anything to him.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Calling fee, Doha and by just say National Security is a criminal organization used by the government to effect their unlawful activities. The national security must be dissolved with immediate effect. As same way they are doing. You first be say the police is meant to uphold the law and enforce it. The law is the truth. They have failed to uphold the truth. Ghana police can't be trusted. They have failed our people. We don't have confidence in them, in the police. They have failed our beloved Ghana. And you first be always great input from yourself, Ivan Chadis. Say, Ivan, I'm watching you live from Turkey, Istanbul. Please let me have your size of your pants and t-shirts because I'm coming home soon. Okay. Memman will reply personally. Okay. Yeah. You first be or say the police are clueless. They don't know the law. It is our legal right to demonstrate if we wish, and it's the obligation to protect us. They are paid to serve and protect, not the other way around. The justice system has failed. They are a complete shambles, and have failed to uphold the laws of the land. The police is corrupt and can't be trusted. They are shameless. Charles Kojo or say Ivan, more wisdom from Germany. Okay. It's Ahana messages ABC, my main call WhatsApp, because mankind WhatsApp now. One more WhatsApp for me. Okay, one message about two messages. I say, good afternoon. It's still morning. The government of Akufo-Addo Bawumia is the most corrupt government in the history of Ghana. They got $500 billion in their first term. They borrowed 240 billion cedis. They got over 7 billion on international COVID loans. They got COVID support from corporate companies in Ghana into the COVID fund. They took 200 million from the stabilization fund of JM. They got hundreds of millions from other funds of JM set for Ghana, but have nothing to show for. Kudos to your guest. He's really on top of issues. He's very informative and articulate. Faisal Mutaru Buperu Omanjo, Tobo constituency. May I say, Faisal. My name is Daniel. Is there no way Akufo-Addo and his people could be taken to court? Daniel, I can't answer the question. Now, quick one, Ivan. Last message to our viewers.
Yeah, I think Obi ebisa me about SIM card registration. My menu so ade when I explain simple thing. Now, then you will be able to understand. You can say abano the poverty of intellect. You know,
poverty of intellect.
Intellect.
Just or you hear me about
exactly poverty of intellect in their dealings, you know, it's so overwhelming because yes, Ghana card near the SIM card registration. Ghana card near say you can say hey, obi any Ghana card mra. genuinely nipo benya card na ba na enduru half of the population omo munyi bi no enye omo photo enye se bi omo nyi so omo register ni no munni bi na government ni directive ba say ma few days one register mejo sim card free nsema nyansa wo benya Bank of Ghana amana issue statement say on the 6th of July or say hereba first July eduru hona say wintimi nye Ghana card wintimi nye financial transaction you are just creating panic and the Ghana for no more buchire na we can create avenue for them to do the registration you are telling them say mama fere mba yi musika nko because from 6 we ko eduru hona say we ni we ya
meaning so you sika call na baby a obey to transaction
exactly so Adjaye efa na Adjaye because of so omoye visionless ni clueless into last one president enwa or post two video bi e won Twitter account or ye advert Ghana for any YouTube ntum video ni abranti a oni adwuma or ye advert say ye nya E-levy ntum na say yituma o mekwa akoye o me create adwuma mamamfo bia ye unim de omo ye abranti na oni adwuma no edem hot no o isu brand new flash screen TV or isu MacBook or isu iPhone brand new and a obo PS5 and a other advert and as Abraham so near Juma you support to E-levy so even the construct alone will be a way reasonable to say these people are clueless and they don't know what
you should MacBook or
yes PS5 or TV go and check the advert on it's on the president Twitter page just say almost on there but
okay, my last message I'll say the only industry that is booming is the corruption sector. Where is the $2 billion the IMF gave to the government? That's a question we'll look for answers one of these days. Kyei Innocent, Meda was say it was or by Ivan a social commentator and or political analyst. Meda ubi say mwa share on Facebook and I'm going to share on TV so Meda production team now saying headed by our executive headed by our apostle general Meda Chechebo Ase Meda Clement Fabia White any obi all active including Mr. Boateng Adjaye they active morning ebreo nyame ya doma ochina so ye bishia ochina ye Friday now we say active morning Friday there we hold you down nyame ya doma ochina ye bishia midindi Agyenim Boateng